channel, right channel, center.
ENVTuber 一問一答自己紹介
Yeah, and the tape's
それじゃあ
rolling.
行くよせーのお名前は
Katt Phloxworthy.
呼び方は
Just Cat is fine.
あなたは何系 VTuber?
Nerdy cat girl who features spaceflight.
誕生日は
May 4th.
年齢は
Older than Pneumatic.
性別は
Transgender
身
female.
長は
4'11".
出身は
Sacramento County.
チャームポイントは
Dialogue hair clip.
突然ですがモノマネどうぞ
Yeah, what's up, Dad?
活動場所は
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
はじめの挨拶
Thank you for joining me.
終わりの挨拶
Bye.
推しマークは
Not at present.
配信タグは
Catlight feed.
ファンアートは
Cat pics.
ファンネームは
Cat's apprentices.
好きな色は
Iris Indigo.
好きなことは
Vintage computers and
得
video.
意なことは
Technology.
ここで一言愛の告白好
I love you.
きな食べ物は
Ethnic foods.
好きな飲み物は
Craft soda.
好きな漫画は
Pizza 10.
好きなアニメは
Planet.
好きなゲームは
Left 4 Dead 2.
好きな音楽は
Classic rock.
苦手なことは
Human stupidity.
尊敬するのは
Space furry people.
叶えたい夢は
ISS crew
最後にみん
interview.
なに一言どう
Thanks
ぞ
so much for your support and a final status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Go Katt Phlox.
You have permission to launch.
3, 2, 1. RD-180 ignition, booster ignition, and liftoff of Atlas V and Centaur. You may actually hear some of the boomings from various bits of fireworks being shot off by various revelers throughout the area. On that note, I hope like hell nobody has decided to say, hey, let's set fire to something and burn something down. But for those of you in my American audience, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. And to everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Hi everybody, Katt Phloxworthy here. Oh, I'm wondering what's... Oh, there it goes. I was wondering what happened. I was wondering why the volume hadn't gone down yet, especially considering normally it gets turned down right around the time I press the button to switch over to the opening sequence. So anyway, yeah, it's the 4th of July here in California, or at least for the next 21 minutes. So yeah, people are still shooting off fireworks and making all sorts of noise. And I've either been running around just grabbing food for the day, especially considering actually things are going to be open for a while, so I don't think that's going to be necessarily a problem. But I don't know. I think I may need to make some goofing around with. I need to do some tweaking of my tracking, and on top of that, I'm actually using. I switched over to NDI as far as the back end between all the machines for the video side of things. I hope everything looks good, and I'm going to be using that instead of Beam, which means I can turn off the the Nexus, which uses a bit of power on one side, on one hand, and on another, it also makes lots of noise. That's because, well, even though it's the way the fans work on this one is a bit different. They are very small on the basically the fans sit vertically in the Nexus and run a lot faster, and basically looks like a regular propeller thing, whereas the ones in the Catalyst, on the other hand, the shaft is vertical, and then the actual fan itself is a bunch of bars that go across a thing that goes along the height of that thing. So that's about 1.5 inches tall, or just a little under that, and it runs a lot slower and a lot quieter, especially after once the switches have completely come online, because usually they'll make a lot of noise at first when it starts up, but once it finishes, it'll go back to normal operating speeds, except of course when it's nice and hot during the summer and I get back from work and it's nice and hot all of a sudden. Although actually this has been a pretty, I'll be honest, it's actually been a pretty cool summer thus far. But yeah, one of the things I decided to, I've just finished watching the end of was a video of various stuff that goes on when things go almost catastrophically wrong and various other types of planes. Basically trying to make making very dangerous attempts to try and land, and then they try to avoid it by, there's a saying in and it also has a control in your in these airliners. It's called TOGA. Yes, there is such a thing. TOGA standing for take off and go around. That's what happens, for example, if you're going into crosswinds, or you hit a microburst, which basically makes your plane just, it's a sudden burst of air from the sky that drives your plane down. And some have actually completely destroyed aircraft because it just comes in very suddenly. But anyway, but a lot of times what'll happen is usually it's crosswinds that do that. And usually what they do is what they call crabbing, where they come in sideways, and then they do it the very, very last minute. And at the old Hong Kong Kai Tak Airport, one was so strong acting on a Boeing 747 jumbo jet. It was so strong, it practically stayed in the air like stationary, as in. The air, the plane wasn't actually cutting through the air. The air was cutting through the wings, giving it lift. And once they got it to the point where they actually get it on the ground, they got the landing gear pointed straight and then land. Well, actually, they ruddered it straight. Actually, it's the rudder. I'm sorry. And then touch it down, and oh, nasty. I'd hate to be the poor, sorry. Passengers to be aboard that aircraft. And of course the other ones is a bunch of propeller driven planes, either they forget to drop gear, or they have a gear collapse, and then they go nose first and damage some expensive props, where you see all the prop tips are bent. Oh boy. But anyway, watch a lot of interesting stuff going on, and talking also about some. Also, one of the things I'm hoping not to get to see, but it's always interesting to see them when that happens, and that is when the various aircraft that go and do stuff when they're doing firefighting with usually the whenever they're doing retardant or water drops. And usually the bigger planes that I usually see are either the Douglas DC-9 or the McDonnell Douglas DC-10. And one time a few years ago, they actually had a converted Boeing 747, which had water tanks in them, or they frequently are using flame retardant. And watching that the DC-10 going into a very big very deep dive to deploy retardant on the ground is very, very almost scary very surreal to watch. They're in a very, very steep dive, and then they have to pull out of that dive just as they're getting pretty close to the ground in order to get clear, and then they go back to a point and then refill with retardant or water, or sometimes even fuel, depending on how far they are in their fuel load. So. And sometimes another one that they use is they'll actually use stock Lockheed C-130 Hercules with special spray devices that go into the rear hatch, which extends out the aft port side of the aircraft, and then they drop water onto the ground to keep water they keep flames from coming up. And I don't know if they actually use retardant on those, but I know on the MDs, the Douglas and the Boeing stuff, they always do they can do either retardant or water. And the other interesting one is the Beriev BE-200, which is a Russian airplane, which has the engines located up topside, and it's one thing I hadn't thought about it. It is actually an amphibious craft. Basically, you can either land on the ground, or quite frequently, what'll happen is it'll land on water, draw in some water, and then go to a site that's being stricken by fire, and then release that water to put out flames. In this area, usually would be like in the form of, say, helicopters with very big buckets or something similar. They'll hover over, like, say, like a lake or something like that, or sometimes even if they really need to move and get water to a spot, they'll do it over, say, a swimming pool. So yeah, that's hopefully it doesn't happen this year, and. But anyway, that's usually one of my interests about aircraft, is how that all that comes together and comes on site to try and react to an emergency. And unfortunately, speaking of emergencies, I don't know if you guys heard about this one explosion that was going on. Saw the pictures on it. It was absolutely scary. Apparently, there were. It's in Esparto, California, which is in nearby Yolo County, which hosts other cities such as Davis, which has the university nearby, as well as the county seat of Woodland. They had apparently there was a building that actually had fireworks in there, and it exploded and sent debris everywhere, especially this awful stuff. They said like they found human remains at the site, unfortunately, but I don't know of how many people that is just yet. I just saw something over on KXTV channel 10 here in Sacramento. They were saying that there was a report about human remains from multiple people. They didn't say how many people, so there's no telling if there were 7 people missing at the site at the time of the explosion. So we'll have to see how things go, and hopefully they'll be able to account for all the people, if for no other reason, just for the closure. Of course, my condolences go to those who lost loved ones in that particular event, and I hope they actually do manage to get the closure and that they need and deserve. And on top of that, we find out exactly what happened and what caused that explosion to happen in the first place. So sooner we find out about that, the better. So I'll be keeping an eye on that and report as I keep my eyes on as I get more information on that. And of course, considering that today is the 4th of July, it also happens to be during Anime Expo down in Los Angeles. Not going down there mainly because I don't want to deal with. It's going to be a big expenditure of money and time, and on top of that, not just for traveling down there, but also parking, lodging, food. And of course the site itself, so we can go watch, go crawl around the site. But no, it's too big for me. And I did go there one time. It struck me really more as a trade show than anything else. At least that's what it felt like all those years ago. I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are, and on top of that, most of the people I know are actually already at the spot. If they're fans, if they're industry, they'll pretty much come wherever they need to go, and usually they'll have the money, especially for the travel, or at least have provisions there for. Like if they're with if they have a vendor that they're with, or they're with another organization. That organization might be providing that information, providing all the funding / lodging / whatever. But yeah, it's a bit out of my way, because if I were to drive down there, it's like on a good day when there's good traffic. Yeah, especially because we're talking about Southern California at the other end of that. I I'd say it's probably about 8 hours, and that's never mind trying to find a parking space, especially if you're not actually at a nearby hotel or what have you. Not to mention dealing with the crazy people out there. Who knows if they? I saw something about that you saw some first responder stuff going down the street. I'm not sure if it was actually near AX at the time, but yeah, it was an interesting thing to see. So, let's see. Other things that's coming up next month is Mag West, which I will not be going to because I'm still dealing with the relatively close times period after my stroke that happened back in mid-April. And later in the month, it's called I can't remember the name of the off-season stuff. It's not off-season live anymore. I forget what it's called, but apparently they're going to be in SoCal. I'm not going to be going there either because it's too far away, and that would take a lot of time. And on top of that, I would have to see what my accrued PTO is looking like right now. And the more I accrue, the better, of course, because I will need absolutely every last shred I can get my grimy hands on. We'll see, though. I still need to see. I still want to know how well things were. And I'm not exactly privy to that information. And even if I were, I wouldn't necessarily say unless it was okay. But it sounded like things went pretty well overall. And I imagine there were some teething issues at the time because, well, they moved from one place which was sort of comfortable spot, which is the Hyatt down over in Burlingame, going all the way down into San Jose with the one part of the San Jose Convention Center. I'm not sure how much of the place had been used. I didn't. Speaking of which, thanks to my friend Puzzle Pulsar, and I also happened to see a couple of friends. Puzzle Pulsar and my other friend Vicky Santos. They gave me a walk around. Hey, Kat, hope you had a nice stream. Stopping by before I go to sleep. Hey, Bryn Holden, how you doing? I hope you had a great evening. It was good bumping into you on your own stream. So let me give you a real quick shout out. You do a lot of, and for those who don't know Bryn Holden, he does a lot of auto racing stuff. Okay, there we go. Oops, let me try that again. Let me try that again. Oops. There we go. Anyway. But yeah, and of course I'm still trying to see if I can get a trip down to, say, either further afield. It would be something like Atwater, which of course is the northern part of Merced County, where what used to be Castle Air Force Base is. Want to do some aircraft looking at over there, especially a couple ones that I really want to look at, like the SR-71 Blackbird, the Convair B-36 Peacemaker, the Boeing B-47 Stratojet, and I think they even have a B-52 Stratofortress. Of course, it'll be one of the older ones, pre-H, which is that latter one. The H one is in the process of becoming the J when they change the engines over from Pratt & Whitney TF-33s over to Rolls-Royce F-130s, which will be much nicer engines. And those are actually considered high bypass turbofan engines, despite the fact that they're actually small engines. But also, look at a Gulfstream 5. That's exactly the same engine. Instead of 2 of them, you're going to have 8 of them, 2 in each pod. 2 in each of the 4 pods, 2 on each wing. 2 pods in each wing, 2 engines in each pod. It'll be interesting to see how well that works. And those things have been around since like 1962, and you could tell that they desperately need some engines because the tooling for that is gone. You're not going to get spare parts for those at all. Although I imagine there are still some like extra TF33s and maybe some of the civilian variety, which would be the JT3Ds, which are on the Boeing 707 after the JT3C, which is the turbojet version of that, before they actually started using turbofans. But anyway, I guess it's enough aerospace yammering and babbling that for now. And let me get this here. I'm going to go ahead and bring my game up to... I'm going to turn that down just a smidge because, it's blasting my ears. But thankfully, so like I said, since I do everything directly from the game into OBS Studio, you're not necessarily going to hear that. So anyway, we're going to switch over to... We're going to go ahead and head over here. Except, where is my... Oh, shucks. Where am I seeing? Where am I hearing that from? Oh, I know why. Hang on. I need to turn that off. That's why. That's one thing I did, is I also did a little bit of tweaking on my my Stream Decks lately. One of the things I did was set it up such that I could switch between 1 and 10 gig Ethernet, so then I don't have to worry about... I just press one button, everything's on the, everything gets switched back to the catalyst, so I don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I going to set fire to this house by having that darn Nexus on? And on top of that, possibly, I don't know, burn something up on there because it's running so hot, especially considering the fact it is summer. Yeah, no, I don't think I want that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and play this game. It is Super Dimension Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls. And interestingly enough, the actual title over on YouTube is a little different. And I think the Japanese titles are, they mention it, I don't know the precise title for that, but apparently the one on the YouTube title is actually a direct translation from that. So, and I figured let's go back to this because get some meta from the from one of the platforms that I was actually playing a game on, most notably Lunar the Silver Star and the Lunar the Silver Star Story, originally on Sega and Sega CD and Sega Saturn respectively. Interestingly enough, the actual CD portion of the game is actually not in appearance on this game. So let me go ahead and the question I'm wondering is whether I should start a new game or continue the game that I started 5 years ago, or damn near 5 years ago. I don't even remember when I actually, you know what I can do? Oh my goodness. That is very shortly after I started streaming. My first ever stream was on the 15th of November 2020. So, oh my God, I know the exact date of that. So, actually, you know what, just for grins, I'm going to do a quick, I'm going to do two different snaps of the pictures of my setup to say, oh my God, that was a long time ago. It gives me an idea of how long I've been at this crazy thing called streaming. But apparently I got as far as I'm now in basically the way the game works. We're going back and forth between eras. I play as IF, or IDF, which is a human representation of the company, one of the companies, in this particular Idea Factory, who is the publisher of this game. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and load this up. And the funny thing about this game is it actually has New Game Plus type setup, where you can actually continue further and further and further into it. And also, as I said, I mean, also making some other twisting, other tweaks, and making sure that everything's working as it oughta. I turned down the, also turned down the audio on the game a little bit, because I think I was getting a little bit hot on the game audio versus my voice. And if you hear anything, say something, or if you don't hear anything, say something, because I want it to sound good. And I don't want to blow your ears out at the same time, of course. I'd rather blow my own ears out, but I have it in a way such that it doesn't blow you guys out. So, anyway, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and continue, just because. I don't know which which era I start from, but anyway, we're now in Sega Saturn's era. Let's see, where were we? I don't think there's anywhere I can go just yet. I don't think I can go there yet, but in the meantime, yeah, let's go into the forest then. Oh, I love this cannibal nectar. Interesting bit of interesting pun there. And the one thing I was trying to do earlier before I lit the stream up was try and play it with my my DualShock. And if I select my DualShock, spins the display, and there's no way to stop it, and it's annoying. Oh, no. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty, so please bear that in mind. So rather than play some of the games from the time, we're now going for the meta portion of it. Oh shoot, I forget about what I can do. No, that's not what I wanted. Got him. There we go. That's the what we want, which is basically the basically where you have a you have the advantage by taking the initiative. Interesting note for the Japanese cast here, we have this is IF. Oh shit. Anyway, we have Ueda Kana as IF and Nita Emi. On the former, we have one of the things that let's see, Ueda Kana is known for is Tosakarin from the Fate franchise, and in the case of Nita Emi, she is best known as Kosaka Honoka from the original Love Live anime. Kind of interesting, my friend Jessica, who comes in every now and again, she found it interesting that I actually know a thing or two about Love Live. And one of the things she was getting ready to watch was the last ever the last Love Live Sunshine cast members. Let's see. Why is it not doing this? Why is it not working? Right button.
どうしたものかしらね。はーい。そこ。
There we go. We actually able to use it. Good.
私の相手は10年早かったみたいね。
There we go. I generally tend to play the Japanese games.
この程度の楽勝
Well, this time we have a normal one.
もらった。消えなさい。
I think as we gain levels, they start running away from us instead of coming after us.
そこそれ。やったね。
Ow. Well, only 0.
私の番ね。はーい。闇に沈め。もらった。私の相手は
That's right, because I ran out. I think I ran out of ran out of swings for that particular turn. That's probably the reason why I wasn't showing on there.
戦闘開始ね。
Move that out of there.
はーい。そこ。もらっ
I'm trying to make sure also that I got the game capture as opposed to the window capture, because I did a lot of engineering work on this.
ジャンプジャンプ。
There we go.
当たれー。それ。当たれー。私が負けるわ。て後ろがガラスよ。私の番ね。そこそこ。
I gotta remember how far we have to get in there in order to get into
私に任せて。
get the next one open. The next one open.
とどめー。えいえい。楽勝楽勝。
Oh, hang on.
て飛ぶわ。よっと。戦闘開始ね。いっけいっけもらったわ。そこくらいなさい。闇に沈め。
So I'm gonna have to do some reviewing on that to see how well this looks, and it looks like everything's working pretty well.
適当なチャンスだね。さてどうしたものかしらね。いっけ闇に沈め。はーい。
There we go.
私の相手は10年早かったみたいね。戦闘開始だよ。いつでもいけるわ。そこくらいなさい。闇に沈め。
And so I'm having to use my Logitech F310 joystick to actually play the game.
これで終わり。
Otherwise, I'd be all over. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to go to that one and
この程度なら。そこだー。もう。よっと。ほっほっほっ。よっと。飛ぶわ。ほっ。て。飛ぶわ。て。飛ぶわ。飛ぶわ。て。
oh, I can't do it while I'm in or. God, what I do with these things?
飛ぶわ。ほっ。て。
Oh heck, we'll go ahead and save it.
敵のお出ましね。
Well, at least I
どうしたものかしらね。
apparently it's considered a miss. I mean, it's considered a surprise attack, or at least if you try to hit them and you miss, it's like, oh dear, how unfortunate.
くらいなさい。もらったわ。はーい。くらいなさい。私に任せて。
Try it again. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna have to move because I can't get close enough.
当たれー。それ。えいえい。さてどうしたものかしらね。
We're gonna have to take. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. I keep hitting that button.
くらいなさい。こんなところで負けてられないもの。
Baseball, gotten.
て。
Cool, we'll take that.
戦闘開始ね。はあ、食らいなさい、消えなさい。もらった。はあ、闇に沈め、やるよ。ほい。
There we go. That's what I needed.
えいえい。あたれー、とどめー。
Skip.
私に任せて。えいえい、そこだ。
I'm not ready for using items just yet.
私が負けるわけ
I'm not desperate for them either. Also making sure that the controls all work too, and they actually work pretty well from the default, which is exactly the way I like it. I may have already done stuff with those, so okay. I gotta say, the original PlayStation versions of these games, of the Hyperdimension Neptunia games, the battle system was a bit wonky, to say the least.
早く早く。
Gosh. There's something I need to hit, go into, and because normally you're supposed to be able to go into any of these things, but apparently I'm not quite ready for that
とり
yet.
あえず一旦地図しまわない？元の時代に戻るわよ。
Head back and see what we got. But Histoire, I have to say anything about. Oh, mission. There we go. And the history, because we're actually fixing history, because there's an evil force out there that is trying to alter the course of Sega gaming history. And the more we fight the baddies, and if we start killing off the whole bunch of really bad ones, the history effect will go up, and I guess the more stars, the better it is. It's been a hot minute since I played this game. There are no missions. Oh well.
早くしてよ。早く早く。
G's name is SG-1000. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. Okay. I'm Robo Pitcher. Nice to meet you. Likewise, I guess. Hang on, what have you got? Oh, that's my baseball. I was looking for it. Where did you find it? If you find more, bring them over here. Roger that. Formation. Gem Hunters. Gem Hunter has been taught rather. You could change the character's placement during battle and formation. Ooh, interesting. This the formation chosen will set the characters in place and their available movement in battle. And this is informed by this placement. Your formation will will dictate where you can place each character. Additionally, coupling is dependent upon location. If you place characters on the same line, a coupling will be established, and the characters' Lily ranking will be displayed, which is basically how close they are to each other, I believe. And that in the left hand side, it's one and one, pretty much in both cases, it's one between them all. Between each link, Lily ranking displays how close the characters, they can reach a maximum of 5. Entering battle, as well as a couple pair, will raise their Lily rank. Lily ranking will also, Lily ranking displays how close the characters are, and they'll reach a max of 5. Entering battle as a couple pair will raise their Lily rank. Good. So how are you? Thanks for the OBS RTMP plugin. Sure. It's not my work, but I do use it extensively. In fact, I'm using it right now. I'm on both YouTube and Twitch. If you're using the existing the one that's out there, not the Atom one, that one's another one. Once they have the ability to start and stop, or more like start and or stop, I'd be really all over it because that is so much easier to set up, but still has all the nice stuff that you can use on the other one as well. In any event, welcome to the workshop and labs. Good to see you here. And basically, I'm playing Super Dimension Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls. In this case, hard meaning hardware, such as the Sega Mega Drive, the Sega Saturn, Sega Game Gear, and of course Sega Dreamcast. Okay. I speak Spanish, but some English and some English, but if I don't, maybe I don't understand you well. No worry. Okay, no problem. Excuse me. But in any event, good to have you here. And so anyway, I'm gonna go basically playing a game which talks about some old. Basically plays these characters are the embodiment of various Sega hardware, such as the game consoles I mentioned. In the case of Mega Drive, it's also called the Sega Genesis here in the United States. But I understand that you are in YouTube streaming. Yep, I am indeed. And that plugin out there that's used a lot for streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. I make extensive use of it for that. In fact, I use it. I was on as many as 3 different sites when the third one used to be streaming, but unfortunately it's not out there anymore. But anyway, let's see. Charge attacks power increases. The amount depends on the pair's Lily rank. When using Lily Assist during a character's turn, if a pair is coupled and the pair has a consecutive turns following the current character, they will perform a Lily Assist if the current character used the charge attack. Lily Assist would ignite when characters are coupled, their turns are in consecutive order, and the first character uses a charge attack. When Lily attack ignites, the charged attack character's power will increase. Will increase based on the Lily ranking of the couple pair. Okay. What do we got here? My name is SC3000. Nice to meet you. Likewise, I guess. And they duck out. Ta-da! You're the 100 billionth visitor. Who am I? My name is Sega Mark III. Nice to meet you. And poof. Ooh, what do we got here? There's something going on between Neptune and Sega Saturn. Let's see if we can stop them from fighting. Stop the fight. Okay. In other words, we have to do this mission, otherwise the story doesn't go on without Ooh, who we got here? I am SG 1000. I am SG 1000. Question reality and you'll get closer to the truth. The path you walk will be rough. I guess that's true, isn't it? Let's go. There's our new.
とりあえず一旦地図しまわない？早くしてよ。早く早く。ここに決まり。
Golden Axe Ravine.
戦闘開始ね。
Shoe bills.
はあ、もらったわ。飛ぶここで一気に畳みかけるわよ。よーし、やるよ。とどめ。そこだ。いつでもいいわ。
Toasty. Almost toasty anyway.
そこ、消えなさい。そこ。はあ。こんなところで負けてられないもの。新たな力を手に入れたわ。
And of course, IF gets a
レベル
gets an update, and so does Segami, the character that is Sega. I guess Sega in general. Just checking to see if there's anything else in the immediate area I need to look at. Nope. Let's go get them.
その油断が命取りよ。もらった。はあ。もらった。消えなさい。もらった。どうしようかな。これで終わり。それ。
Oh, that's right. Got to go to the next one.
私の番よ。もらったわ。くらいなさい。こんなところで負けてられないもの。さあ、始めましょう。さあ
Come right up on their tail.
はあ、もらった。消えなさい。
Bye bye.
くらいなさい。よーし、やるよ。これで終わり。あ、それ。やったね。さて、どうしたものかしらね。くらいなさい。そこ。
And that one is
こ
gone.
んなところで負けてられないもの。
Hope everybody had, those of us in the United States in my audience, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. And like I said, didn't burn anything down that you shouldn't have.
レベルアップ。
That's going to be a fun one.
飛ぶわ。やった。やった。
Hold on.
飛ぶわ。
Curious petal and large beak received.
飛ぶわ。よいしょっと。
I forgot about this. And thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the workshop and labs. Good to have you here.
飛ぶわ。
There we go. So that one has been taken.
飛ぶわ。飛ぶわ。飛ぶわ。
That one's gotten its stuff. It's that I know that that I can use that plugin to stream in different platforms with the possibility to have other scenes in each platform.
よいしょっと。
Oh, how do you do the? I'd actually have to look at. I haven't played it for play with it for a while. Actually, the actual settings on that. Oops. Tech support. I like it.
私の番ね。そこ。はあ。闇に沈め。やった。もらった。もらった。私に任せて。あっく。そこだ。この程度
Oof.
私の番ね。はあ、もらったわ。もらった。
Got them both.
私の相手は10年早かったみたいね。
But yeah, some of the attacks later on, especially that IF can do.
さあ、始めましょう。いつでも行けるわ。
Shrooms, man. Hardbird.
闇に沈め。そこ、消えなさい。
Nope, gotta do that.
やるよ。
Let's go kill him.
とどめ。そこだ。これで終わり。いつでも行けるわ。
There's a fungus among us.
ざっとこんなものに。
Ah, yes, you ambulatory portabella. I had to go get some butter and some Merlot and go warm up a pan. Just drizzle some melt some butter in there and just have some nice stuff in there. When I stream in Twitch from OBS and YT RTMP plugin, if I select YouTube in one of them and Twitch, I stream from OBS. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to play with it later. But then again, also, my setup is a bit strange because I use a total of 5 computers. The game you're seeing is on one computer. My character is on another. And also on my microphone is on the same computer as the game. And they send two different signals to a third computer, which puts everything together. Sends the whole mess to a fourth computer, which then does all the encoding and sends it off to the various services, in this case both YouTube and Twitch. And the fifth one actually is what governs my Stream Deck. And also when you go to my main screen, you'll hear my my music. I meant to swing at it, but whatever, I'll take it. The reason I go after those quickly is because they get sick and cause a lot more damage. Uh-oh. You know what? Let's do an item. We'll actually use an item this time. There we go. Poke. I think she's gonna need to get something, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. Oops, a little too late. Let's do that to self. There we go. Got him. Got back the very thing I just used earlier to get myself healthy. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I'm trying to remember. Oh, darn. How did I do that? Change the scene. Hey Bryce, how you doing? I changed the scene in Twitch, change the scene, all good. But in YouTube, the RTMP plugin, it's still in scene. I have no idea at this point if I change the if I change the scene in the plugin YouTube and the scene is still in the first scene, it doesn't change. How do I? I'm gonna have to play with that one. So I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But I'll have to look at that at some point relatively soonish. Oh, where is that? I've been hanging out with the niece and nephew. Oh, cool. Hope you had a great 4th of July. Oh, I'm trying to remember how to. There we go. I can't tell how to get up there. Oh, cool. Oh, shoot. I know there's a way you can. See, what is everybody at? I'm sorry I don't I'm sorry if I don't ask any understand them. Don't worry, okay. And lots of fireworks. Oh, good. But yeah, thanks for the update on that, because like I said, I'm really sorry I don't know enough about that particular use of the RTMP plugin, unfortunately. Okay, let's go and kill the shrooms. There we go. Another nice level up. Got him. We have inbound. Hang on just a sec here. Rosie Sharpthorn, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great let's see who we got here. Aurelius Blue Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the workshop and labs. Rosie, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Let me find out. I have so many channel points accumulated. And welcome on in, guys. I hope you guys had a great stream. Let's do a quick shout out here. And let's see, you played you had a special event going on. What were you up to? Because I know a lot of people do that for like affiliate or partner anniversaries, streaming anniversaries, or other events, or like. And hello, how you doing over at Slater 20B over on YouTube? I hope you're doing well. And Neko Official, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the workshop and labs. Oh my goodness, a lot of people coming in today. Thank you so much for coming on in. I hope you guys had a great stream over on Rosie's stream. Yeah, what was the big event? And Rosie, at some point, I would like to actually talk to you about a few things off stream at some point. For your affiliate, congratulations. Yeah, and this game that I'm playing, I played right near the beginning of my streaming career, which was literally a few days after I started streaming, and that was like the starting toward the end of November of 2020. Definitely, my DMs are. Oh, cool. I'll check in with you at some point real soon because I wanna talk with you about a few things. So yeah, thank you so much. But anyway, I hope you had a great stream. If you need to raid and run and do self-care things as well as other stuff like that, feel free to go ahead and do so. And likewise, if you want to hang in and hang around and check in and say hi, by all means do so. And of course, thank you so much for bringing your community to mine. I'm so glad you came on by. So I hope you guys, and I hope you had a great 4th of July. Didn't burn anything down. Because, that can be pretty bad. So anyway, yeah, it's because we had lots of fireworks going around over here. But unfortunately, a couple days ago, I was mentioning about this earlier. There was something that happened in nearby Yolo County, in the city of Esparto. There was a building that had exploded. There was a fire over there, which culminated to it with an explosion. And unfortunately, they found some human remains over there. We don't know how many. They had like 7 missing people. And they don't know if how many that accounts for. We'll find out soon enough, and I'll keep everybody updated and more as I get that. And but otherwise, we had a good just noisy here, and things are finally quieting down over here. So and I figured I'd start. I went ahead and started streaming just to have some fun. I know I wanted to stream earlier, but I wasn't exactly in the right headspace to do it. But finally, I am, and I'm really, really glad I'm finally actually in that right space, and it's working out well. So anyway, let's. Like I was saying, I was playing. Lunar the Silver Star story complete over on a few nights ago, and it is of course originally the original game, the Silver Star, which is a Sega CD game. Ultimately got redone about 4 years after its Sega CD release. Got redone for the Sega Saturn release in the form of Silver Star Story. And got a bit of a sprucing up and re-release for the PlayStation, and of course has since been released for which was right around '99, and then come 2025, or was it 24? I forget. Soon, basically the entire Lunar series got re-released as a whole package for Microsoft Windows on Steam. I don't know if it's going to play on a Steam Deck. It would be. I don't have a Steam Deck yet. Just a Stream Deck. Actually, I have 3 Stream Decks. But anyway, that's completely different and neither here nor there. But anyway, so glad you guys came on by, and like I said, thank you so much for bringing. It was fun indeed. I need to get to sleep because I'll be with my mom later today. Sending best wishes and positive vibes. Thank you so much for the kind words, Rosie. And I hope you had a wonderful time, both in terms of the 4th of July, if you happen to celebrate that, because I don't know if you're here in the United States or what have you. But regardless, I hope you had a wonderful day, as well as, of course, a wonderful stream. And like I said, if you need to do any self-care stuff, by all means do so. And thank you so much for bringing and entrusting your community with mine. And I hope you have I hope to see you some other time, and have a great one. And meantime, let's go kill things. So basically, I've gone from playing a game hosted by Sega hardware, and now we're actually playing games embodying said hardware. Whew, whew.
落ち着きなさいってまた転ぶわよ。
Calm down, you'll trip again. Yeah, nice.
まだ3回しか転んでないし。
Boil sport. I only tripped it like 3 times.
それだけ転べば十分でしょ。
That's plenty.
理由くらい話してくれないとこっちも付き合いづらいんだけど。
You'll need to tell me what's going on and why you feel the need to chase those people.
わかんないけど止めなきゃいけないんだよ絶対に。
I don't know. All I know is that they absolutely need to be stopped.
先
Okay.
にあなたの記憶をどうにかした方がいいんじゃない？
Why don't we work on getting your memory back? If it'd help me if I knew why you needed to be why they needed to be stopped so bad. A bad little excuse me. I'm gonna head to bed yet. All right. Have a good night, Bryce, and thank you so much for coming on by. Have a great evening.
私の記憶なんて後回しでいいの。それで間に合わなくなったらどうするの？間に合わないって何によ。そんなの決まって。
Wait, what?
決まって。
It's obvious because what?
自分でも分かってないんじゃない。
You don't even know.
うるさいな。とにかくあの二人を探すの。探して止めなきゃいけないの。だからその理由をって聞くだけ無駄なのよね。どこまで行ったのかな。こっちに走ってったのは間違いないのに。ああ、いた。あ、こら、待ちなさいって。ほんと、逃げ足だけは早いんだから。今日という今日は覚悟してもらうわ。もうしつこいってば。私喧嘩とかしたくないし。喧嘩じゃないわ。勝負よ。決闘よ。喧嘩の方がマシだよ。なんでそんなに私のこと嫌うかな。
Oh, why do you hate me so much? That's good old Nep Nep. She can sometimes be such a blockhead. But she's our lovable blockhead.
別に嫌ってはいないけど。
I don't hate you.
そうなの？だったらまあ先代からの因縁だし諦めなさい。女神を放っておくとろくなことにならないって伝わっちゃってるんだもの。そんなの言いがかりだよ。私何もしてないのに。すっごく善良で真面目な女神なのに。真面目はないでしょ。真面目は。
Of course she's never serious.
見たことないし。
The sad part is she probably knows. I mean, she probably knows entirely too well what's going on with Nep Nep. Or at least understands anyway.
だな。ちゃんとやってるよ。人前では見せないようにしてるだけで。
I just don't always show that side of the. You don't say. Oh God! For those of you who haven't ever played any of the Neptunia franchise, Neptune is. Oh God! What the hell is with this girl? She is, like I said, she's our lovable blockhead.
まあいいじゃない。どっちが上かはっきり決めておくのは悪いことじゃないでしょ。そこほら、最初から私だって決まってるし。
I've already okay.
なんで決まってるのよ。
Won what?
だって私主人公だし、主人公オブジーや受賞確実だし。
Whatever. Whatever you say.
そういう勘違いしてるところは個人的にも腹立たしいのよね。
I again, that's not just the only thing that's annoying about Nep Nep. Silly person.
さあ、そろそろ始めましょうか。
Let's do what?
どうしてもやるの？交渉の余地なし？一切の余地なしよ。
Nope. Not just no, but all hell to the no.
しょうがないな。はっきり言って全く全然やる気はしないけど。そこまでだよ。やめやめ。
Hold it right there. What the hell is she stopping right now, especially considering it's Nep Nep we're dealing with?
だから勝手なことするなって。もう。あんたたちはさっきの？
Oh boy, that's going back a little bit.
サタンのお友達かな？違うわよ。ちょっとだけ顔を合わせたっていうか。
Excuse me, I needed to grab something to drink because actually it's kind of cold in here now that I've got a couple of fans, one behind me and one to my left. And I've got the one on the left actually bringing air in from outside, and it's nice and chilly outside.
あなたとも会ってるんだけど。
We've also met you before, you know. Neptune was actually the very first character we saw, and of course things got a little strange from there. Then again, knowing Nep Nep, things can get pretty strange to begin with. Never mind the actual whole storyline.
思い出した。やっぱり私のサインが欲しくて追っかけてきちゃったの？困るんだよね。さっきも今も取り込み中だし。
Really? 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 Like I said, remember, this is Nep Nep we're dealing with.
頼まれたっていらないわよ。ただこっちの連れが勝手に。
Are you freaking kidding me? I wouldn't want it even if you offered. This girl just...
君たち、くだらない争いなんて今すぐやめて。これは命令だよ。
What? Okay then.
なんで私が命令されなきゃいけないのよ。うるさいうるさい。命令って言ったら命令なの。
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
ひょっとしてサタンのこと止めてくれるのかな。そういうつもりみたいね。はあ、関わるなって散々言ってるのに。
Yep.
危ないから早くどこかに行って。巻き込まれたって知らないからね。
Dangerous? Well, we'll see how it goes.
だからやめてって言ってるじゃない。私の言うことが聞けないの。だからなんであんたの言うことを。何？あんたなんかしたの？なんかって何？だってなんかこうどうしても逆らえないような気がするんだけど。
Feel like I'm not supposed to do that. Oh boy.
私に逆らっていいわけないでしょ。だからなんでよ。何よこれ。気持ち悪い。おお、押してる押してるね。すごいわね。言ってることはめちゃくちゃなのに。もう喧嘩しない？仲直りす？ねえ。嫌よ。どうして私が。わかった？わかんないわよ。わかったら仲直りの握手。ほら、君も。私は別にいいけど。勝手に話進めないで。なんで女神と握手なんて。ほら早く手出して。ほらほら。
Oh, she likes to shove it right in somebody's face, doesn't she?
握手す するのも嫌なくらい嫌われてるって相当ね。
Oh dear. Oh dear.
なんという理不尽。私は何にもしてないのに。まあとりあえず助かったよ。ありがとね。別に君のためにやったわけじゃないよ。勘違いしないでよね。
Oh yeah, don't misinterpret that.
初々しいツンデレいただいたところで改めて自己紹介。
I have to go. But before you can know, off the top of my head, I really couldn't say. But then again, I do hang out on the OBS Studio, project and OBS Studio forums. So yeah, I'll be about, and of course, I'm always doing whatever I can to impart knowledge as I have it, as I get it, and of course, use whatever happens to come my way. So I'll do what I can. No specific promises, but we'll see what happens as things go along. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on in, and have a good sleep.
私ネプティアヌ。この世界の女神でヒロインで主人公だよ。よろしく。
The heroine and protagonist of this world, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. This world? Not necessarily. Well, I don't know. Let's hang on. Oh, boy.
おや、なんか淡白なリアクションだね。さてはあれかな。感動のあまり声も出ないとかそういうパターン？
Really? There's one thing I wish that Live 2D could actually do, and that's allow me to arch one eyebrow. I'm gonna ask in the OBS forums and have a good stream, and bye. Have a good evening, and thank you again, or morning, or wherever it is you are, and I hope you have a great time in the meantime. And again, thank you so much for coming by, and thanks for the follow, and enjoy.
念のため確認しておきたいんだけどさ。
I have a few questions, if you get my point.
どうぞ。
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I dare you.
女神ってこんななの？本当に？
Are you sure she's really a goddess? How can the world function with someone like her in charge? Well, your answer's as good as mine, sweetheart.
なかなかいい雑なお言葉。
Ooh, poor baby. That's gonna leave a mark. Anyway, like I was trying to say, I wish I could arch one eyebrow, and I just have a little fun with that, because that's one thing I always like to do, is to arch one of my eyebrows like Mr. Spock can.
残念ながら事実だよ。この時代のゲームを愛する人たちの信仰の対象がこの子。
It's true. All the gamers from this era place their faith in this goddess. Oh dear. My sincerest condolences, because like I said, she's a bit of a lovable blockhead.
はあ、信仰の自由もよしあしね。そうだ、二人の名前はなんて呼べばいいのかな。
Excuse me.
私はアイエフよ。そうね。人呼んで時と世界を股にかける孤高のアイエフか。じゃあ愛ちゃんだね。
And of course, again, there's Nep Nep basically putting herself out the way she always does. It's like this happy-go-lucky girl that is like, how about we call you Iffy, shall we? Yeah, right. Ever. Whatever, that's neither here nor there.
最後まで言わせなさいよ。しかも愛ちゃんって。
Shut the fuck up, bitch! And of course, that's we have Sega Me on the right-hand side.
セガミか。よし、セガミンに決定。セガミン？
セガミン。
何その呼び方は。
I swear, Sega Me or Sega Me, if just to irritate her. Boy, she can be so hard-headed, can't she?
そのうち慣れるって。もう決定しちゃったし、文句は受け付けないよ。勝手に決定しないでよ。セガミンなんてそんな。セガミン。
Oh, she's already warmed up to it. She's warmed up to it. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
気に入っちゃったね、セガミン。そんなことない。全然気に入ってないし。
Oh, don't stop being like that, sweetheart. Don't. Just don't.
それじゃああなたもネプテューヌなんて言いづらいからネプコって呼ぶわよ。全然オッケー。見かけによらずフランクだね、ハイちゃん。
Indeed.
最近この辺りで変わったことってなかった？変わったこと？例えば？それはあれよ。歴史が消えちゃうような。
You were saying?
いや、ごめん。さすがに今のは私の質問がおかしいわよね。どう聞くのが正解なのかしら。ねえねえ、セガミン、愛ちゃんってこういう子なの？結構こじらせ気味？私も会ったばっかりだけど、うすうすそれは感じてる。
Excuse me.
うるさいわね。で、どうなのよ。いえ、どうなのよと言われましても、質問の意味が。要するに、それくらい大きくて、インパクトのあるようなことがあったかってこと。
Or news of something that just a little bit of context. What had happened is that they're talking about eating bits of history, finding itself going bye-bye. And when you see the game's information that says history effect, basically the number of stars, I guess I'm not sure if it's the amount that affects it, whether it's good or bad, or how much effect it has on the history, regardless of good or bad. We'll see in a bit.
つっても私、ここんとこずーっとサターンに追っかけられっぱなしだったけど。君なら気づかなくても不思議はないけど、さすがにサターンの方が気づくよね。この子と違ってまともな子だし。
Maybe I should be talking down to Saturn. I'm sure she wouldn't be as much of a dimwit as you are. Yeah. If Saturn caught that, I don't know if she'd be very happy to hear that now, would she?
ちょいちょいディスり入れてくるね。これはなかなかのエスミンだね。変な呼び方をさらに進化させないでよ。
Yes. And then again, this is NepNep we're dealing with, so I guess it's sort of par for the course.
こっちはお気に召さなかったかな。残念。女神を捕まえたはいいけど収穫なしか。大変だね。なんで人事なのよ。ごめん。とりあえず喧嘩が止められたから安心しちゃって。だからそれは本来の目的じゃん。まあいいわ。
Whatever. What the hell ever.
なんのあてもないけど、やっぱり適当に探し回るしかないかしらね。
If we have no, all we can do is look for clues. Yeah, just go and do some sleuth and.
役に立てなかったかな。 気にしないでいいわよ。もともと雲をつかむような話なんだし。二人はこれからどうすんの？よくわかんないけど探し物の続き？そうなるのかな？
Or to that effect.
そっか。じゃあまた会えるよね。なんかあったら遠慮なく声かけてね。助けてもらったお返しくらいするから。
Oh, yeah, really?
君に助けてもらうことねえ。期待せずに覚えておくわ。早くしてよ。
Gold Axe Ravine. I wonder if that's anything like Golden Axe from back in the day. Because that's another game that's pretty popular from the day. I think the first place we go is back to the Grand Library.
元の時代に戻るわよ。
Let's see what our event is. Hey, are you all right? Why are you crying? If Grand's name is SG-1000. Excuse me. Are you a Sega hard girl too? Yes. I'm Sega's first home video game console. Wow, I'm surprised. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but these Sega hard girls don't make that easy. But anyway, what are you doing sitting here all alone and crying? The monolith I'm carrying on my back is so heavy. I tripped. It must be hard balancing such a big object like that. Of course you'd fall. Okay, let me give you a hand. No. Not that kind of hand. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be any trouble. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. I'm gonna do this pretty fast, okay? You ready? Here it goes. Here we go. Yeah. Whoa, you're pulling too hard. What? Ah! Sorry. I'm really sorry. I did it again. Are you okay? Poke, poke. Let's see. Oh, and of course it's the I wonder what these all do. It's been a while since I played this game. Oh, we got more coming in. We're out of leaves for the tea party. Now we're going to drink milk. That's a peasant drink. Someone help. Destroy doggoos. Doggoos are funny. Though I have a few laughs before slicing them open to drink their blood. Oh, excuse me. What was I saying? Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Goo jelly. Let's see if I can remember what I need to do. Been a while since. Mission info. We've already done that one, which They're talking about retiring missions. Basically, some of them you could actually end a little early. Like, for example, if you don't have anything prerequisites that need to be done yet, you could probably set it aside and then come back to it later. Or not, may not necessarily even be necessary to do it, depending. Oh, I know what I need to do. I forgot. I need to go back to Histoire. No, we want, actually want, B. I gotta go turn those two in. Nope. Let's hit the library, mission info. Oh, that's right. This is just the things in there. You don't actually set them to be stuff. I mean, the fact that they're in there is shows them as being tracked. So, and on top of that, you can frequently get these missions multiple times, depending on whether you want to get more stuff. Need to kill 4 doggoos. Think of the devil. Try that again. 2. Try that again. There we go. Anyway, like I was saying earlier to people before you came in, one of the things I'm planning on doing is going to a couple of... I'm a big aerospace fan, and one of the things I'm planning on doing is going to this... we have... let's try that again. We have Aerospace Museum here in the greater Sacramento area, as well as one a couple counties down. And a couple of them I'm planning on looking at include... Oops. The one is several counties down. I'm going to see a couple of them, including... I'd like to see... One of the things they have on display is a Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance plane. It has the unbroken record of fastest air-breathing crewed aircraft ever flown. Its nominal known altitude is about 85,000 feet with a known high speed of about Mach 3.3. But unverified reports have heard it as fast as Mach 3.4. It could be able of flying higher and faster. And not a single example has ever been hit by any kind of vehicle. And the one here in Sacramento actually helped posted an example of the engine that powers it, the Pratt & Whitney J58. And it's an afterburning turbojet, which normally would have a high speed of the highest speed of about Mach 2.5, but to make it fly even faster, both Lockheed and both Pratt & Whitney and Lockheed managed to do a few things to make it fly even faster. Thank you. That should finish that mission. Oh, that's right. We need to skip to the next one. Let's see. Okay. Wait a minute. I've got that one. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, I think she's poisoned. Oh. Got him. What if that red is a crit? Oh, that's right. She can't do it. She can. Because you have a limited number of hits you can make for each turn. Did I do this one yet? Yes, I did. Never mind. I think this... Whoa! Somebody's coming in. Yay, we got some... We have levels up to go through. I think we're going to head out and we're going to turn in that one mission we just finished. Nope, not gonna go there. We're heading out. Bye-bye. No, thank you. Let's go ahead and report in. Or did we? Let's see. We need to get, should be. How much do we have anyway? Oh, balance is, okay, we can get a few of those. There we go. We need to. How are we doing on that? Archive. Let's see what she's doing. That's the original. That's the opening video for the game. Excuse me. Boing. In a keyword. Nope. Now, I need to understand why the hell. I mean, I've got these. I got. Wine. Shut up. Gold axe ravine. What do we got over there? Let's see. What do we got here? Other vehicles, other planes in that particular collection include a Convair B-36 Peacemaker, which was the first ever dedicated long-range nuclear bomber. This after the Boeing B-29 Super Fortress that was originally built and flown during World War II became the first ever nuclear bomber by virtue of carrying both Fat Man and Little Boy to Nagasaki and Hiroshima, respectively. And the thing with the with that particular plane, the Peacemaker, it is very big, very large. It also has the it was powered by 6 propellers facing rearward, powered by the Pratt & Whitney R4360 Wasp Majors. And on top of that, those things had a propensity of catching fire because normally the propellers are forward and draw air through the draw the air that's getting ready to push the plane rearward. But since the propeller is facing rearward, it's not exactly getting the cooling it really needs the most. And also, some of them had to have. Some of those also happen to have pods on. Had a pod on at the end of each wing, each carrying 2 turbojet engines, and so it was a hybrid cycle plane. 4 propellers on them. 6 propellers. I'm sorry, and 4 jet engines. Although the jet engine was a very small amount of the actual power. And there was actually supposed to be, there was the NB36, which is a variant of that, which instead of using, one of the things that they did, the first stage of it was to check the feasibility of doing a nuclear reactor on one of these. And instead of using the R4360 Wasp Majors, you would have used heat coming out of a nuclear reactor to drive these engines. and it could, in theory, stay in the air for long periods of time, much like how nuclear aircraft carriers and nuclear submarines can stay at sea and underwater for extended periods of time, respectively. And in Russia, the Tupolev Tu-95 was also in the process of being adapted for that very purpose as well. But as you can guess, radiation shielding, especially if you're using mainly lead, is not exactly how you would say, light. And on top of that, more practically, it was really dangerous to have that kind of source of radiation around, and especially there's a problem that actually causes the plane to crash. You have a potential Superfund on your hand. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Actually, I know what I want to do real quick here. Not that one, that one. Let's see, I need to find that mission. I never seem to get those working. I forgot about those. I kind of forgot about that one. I never... Might as well go ahead and... Because from what I understand, some of those, I think there might be something in there that I could pick up. Well, so much for that. I wanted to get those little items just to, stock up on them, if you will. Shrooms, man! Ow. And actual real-life shoe bills have very strong bills that can really cause injury. Got him. Let's see, what am I looking for? That's right, I'm trying to look, let's go check the map real quick here. Maybe not this time. Next. There we go. One of the things I need to get back, need to do, is get my Switch out and play more of the Earthbound, which of course is known in Japan as Mother 2.
先手はもらったよ。いつでも行けるわ。はあ、いっけ、闇に沈め。振りなさい、闇に沈め。飛ぶわ。やっと。ほっ、やっと。やっと。
Oh, that's right.
やるよ。ジャンプ。そこだ。そこだ。私がな。え？飛ぶわ。飛ぶわ。
I guess they won't jump.
て。て。て。て。て。その油断が
Some sort of
命だよ。
antifungal or something like that. I don't know.
もらった。消えなさい。そこ。よーし。やるよ。アタック。あ、とどめ。さて、どうしたものかしらね。そこ。
Bye bye.
ま。やっと。飛ぶわ。飛ぶわ。
Oh, I see. Bright
飛ぶわ。
and dark. Up to you.
やっと。て。て。て。やっ
Nope, guess I can't go over there. Let's see what that looks like there. Never mind.
と。飛ぶわ。
Got it.
邪魔するならやっつけるからね。いつでも行けるわ。もらった。いっけ。そこ。消えなさい。飛ぶ。ここで一気に畳みかけるわよ。私に任せて。あはー、それ。あはー、それ。えいえい、私の番ね。振るいなさい。もらったわ。そこ。もらった。
And we got him.
こんなところで負けてられないもん。悪くないわね。レベルアップ。て。て。て。その油断が命取りよ。
And the third time's a charm. Basically, I'm always trying to get the one that if I try to lean into the edge for long, I try to run away from a given fight.
振るいなさい。闇に沈め。どうしようかな。ジャンプ。と。と。えいえい。当たれ。これで終わり。そこだ。いつでも行けるわ。振るいなさい。闇に沈め。はあ。こんなところで負けてられないもの。やっと。て。やっと。て。ほっ。て。て。て。
Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've gotten that one already. I love that name, Cardbird.
したものかしらね。はあ、いっけ。もらった。もらった。闇に沈め。どうしようかな。そこ。これで終わり。当たれ。とどめ。さて、どうしたものかしらね。振るいなさい。消えなさい。そこ。どうしようかな。
So put them in the. It's kind of fun. Is I used to work at a. I used to do on-site installations for various places, and one of them was a big box retail store. And one of the things I had to do was, depending on the place, I would have to get all the cardboard out there, put it into this big, huge compactor. And it's like, yeah, you do not want to be in that thing when that thing's in operation, because bad things could happen. Put it very, very, very simply. Let's see, have I been? No. I need to go pretty much everywhere in this area. Probably just as well I didn't get that guy anyway. Yeah. Good thing you missed. That didn't exactly feel good either. Yeah, what happened? Oops. I didn't even finish swinging yet. Come on. Seriously? Oh well. We're going our way. There we go. That's what I was trying to get to. Cool, let's get it. Let's see. Wait a minute, are we out? I wonder if I did anything. No, we're not even close to being ready yet, unfortunately. Did I already give those in? Yeah. Now the question is, oh, watch your head. First order of business, invest. Oh, that's right, because that came from the very beginning of the game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those for now.
一旦地図しまわない？早くしてよ。早く早く。地図を眺めるのも飽きてきたわね。
Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening for now because it's getting pretty late here right now. And I got a few things I want to do in the morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here, mute that. See if I've done that yet. Hang on. Try that again. There we go. Anyway, I first of all would like to say thank you guys all so much for coming on by, and also thank you to Rosie for the raid and bringing your community on here. I so appreciate you guys coming in, and I hope you guys had a great time. And I'll go ahead and check out your I'll have to check out the VOD in a bit. And I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. And in the meantime, I'm going to see if we can find us somewhere to go and say great all the nice friendly friends, some nice hellos to everybody. One of the things I'm planning on doing before too long is I'm still trying to find some decent games that I can pick up from the sale that's going on now. One of the things I'm thinking I'm also playing just for fun real soon, I think I'm going to be playing Harry Stickmin before too long, and that looks like it's fun. I watched little bits of that, so I'm probably going to do that in the next day or two. In the meantime, let's see who we might say hello to. Also seeing who we might have not said hi to at all. I'm going to check in. We're going to say hi to Mei Sakura. She is playing Date Everything, and that's one of the ones that sounded interesting that I might pick up over at the sale. Hang on just a minute. Let me go ahead and get the raid started. And finally, they actually managed to get things working so I can use these buttons again. Here's some text so you can say hello to the people in as we get ready to head on out. If you don't have a raid, and if you do have a raid, if you do have a sub, I'm sorry. I'm going to copy that real quick. We'll go ahead and start that real quick here. I'm going to start get the raid started real quick here. Okay, as always, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming on in. And as I always like to do, I like to say, wish everybody Slava Ukraini. And hope everybody has a great evening. And hope you guys had a fun 4th of July if you're here in the U.S. And everywhere, I hope you have a great time in the meantime. Thank you so much for coming on by. And hope to see you next time. And in the meantime, have a great one. And I will see you next time. Bye.